After grabbing some breakfast at Kathy's, we got ready to head out for the day. Well, it's day 4. It's Tuesday, 4th of July. Happy 4th of July, everybody. So, Matt and Nancy have gone to move the trailer to a public lot because we have to be checked out of the hotel soon and we can't keep the boat or trailer here any longer. So they're gonna go park that about a half a mile away. Hopefully they'll be able to find parking on the street so they don't have to walk back, because that's kind of a long walk and it's really hot today. And it's actually the first day that we've had sun since we've been here. It's been cloudy or covered. The sky's been, hazy from the Canadian wildfires. Let's say it, Nancy. To the Flatlands! We just got an Uber delivery. What is it? A donut? A donut. This here is the town of Redwood, New York. We're on our way to Chippewa, New York. I believe this bay that we're about to enter over here on our left is Chippewa Bay. I couldn't really find an official name for it, but I know it does become Chippewa Bay when you go into the town of Chippewa. This was a New York State police boat, and we didn't want them to stop us. Not because we were doing anything wrong, but because it takes a lot of time. So we used the opportunity to eat some food. They were going really slow and we ate really fast, so we just gave up and zoomed past them without incident. We had no idea what this building was, but sure would like to have known. The bay was pretty shallow, about 2 to 4 feet according to Navionics, but we had no trouble with our wave runners going through. We could see the plants growing right up to the surface of the water though. This town over yonder here on the right is Chippewa, New York. And the bay that we're in now is Chippewa Bay. Very big, very calm. Really nice just to go smooth and fast. I don't understand what makes this area so smooth. I'm not complaining compared to like Alexandria Bay and Clayton. Obviously there's fewer boats up here, but it's just no wind, nothing. It's just mirror smooth all the time. Well, at least every time we've been up here. I think part of it could be that up in the Alexandria Bay, Clayton area, the river is narrow, so it flows a lot faster because it's pushing a ton of water through those narrow channels. This area and the houses were some of the prettiest I've ever seen while out boating. I couldn't imagine what it would be like to live in an area like this, or at least have a cottage to come to. I don't know what it was, but this was by far the best place and prettiest place I've ever boated. The only thing I didn't like about it was all the grass that was floating on the surface. This is the Cedar Island State Park, which offers camping and day use activities. Pretty much right across from the state park is the Singer Castle. This was built by Mr. Singer, I don't know his first name, the guy that invented the Singer sewing machine. It's now a private residence, but they offer tours and you could actually rent a room and stay there. It was starting to get late in the day, but I didn't care. I know we needed to get home and I had to be to work the next day, but I wanted to stay and boat as much as I could because the weather was beautiful and I was having such a great time that I didn't want the experience to end. We crossed into Canadian waters and enjoyed the mirror smoothness that we've come to love for one last time. We've boated on a lot of different lakes, but this is an experience that I'll cherish for a lifetime. We could never afford to live in an area like this, but we passed this beautiful island that would be perfect for a home. Hey Siri, what town am I in?
On it.
Liar!
You're in Wesley Island, New York.
Okay, thank you so much. I appreciate that. We asked Siri where we were, but she wasn't able to help us because our internet was really bad. Turns out we were in Orleans, New York, which is just east of Clayton. Green! clean water for you, my child. Soak in the beauty. After spending some time in that area, we made our way across Eel Bay and headed into another area called the Narrows. This is different from the American Narrows, which is underneath the bridge. I don't think this guy's supposed to be making a wake like that. We're gonna video him for documentation evidence. A guy on a PWC and in a boat were ignoring the no wake zone, and I was bored as we were driving through, so I was fooling around as I was talking to Nancy and Matt. Hello? Because we were in the area, we decided to visit the Rock Island State Park. It's just a few dollars and you can go up into the Lighthouse. The island is very pretty and a great place to hang out for a couple hours or the entire day. As we were crossing the river, there was an area I saw that I wanted to check out, so we turned around and went back. I had never heard of this area, but there's a park called the Thousand Islands Park. It's a summer resort, and it looks like it'd be a great place to visit. There were tons of kids and people in the area building up great memories. There's no beaches in the area, and it was kind of fun watching the people jump off the boardwalk to go swimming. This guy was annoying because he would speed up and then slow down and speed up and slow down. So he was going really slow, so we passed him and we were good because we stayed in front of him for a while. Then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, he just came zooming past us, made a huge wave, and then just took off. The owner of the hotel where we were staying told us about a place to visit if we had time. It's called Lake of the Isles, and it's actually a lake inside of the river. It was late and we needed to get going toward home, but I didn't care. We decided to go check it out, and we're very glad we did. We discovered another smooth area that we could go really fast, and it was right near the hotel. Unfortunately, we were heading home right after this. So this side on our right is Canada, and this on our left side is the United States. The channel is split right down the middle between the two countries, and I did my best to try to ride on both sides so that I could say I was in Canada and the United States at the same time. The lake is roughly 3.5 miles long and about a half a mile wide at its widest. It wasn't too crowded, but there was a lot of people on sandbars and, just pulled over resting in their boat. At the end is just a marshy area and the road that connects Canada and the United States together. good, yeah. Let's go. Even the Coast Guard doesn't slow down for you and get out of your way. Woo! On our way back, we took the opportunity to go as fast as we could in this really smooth area, not far from the hotel. Unfortunately, we reached the bay where the dock was pretty quickly, and even though we tried to mill around in the bay area and couldn't postpone it any longer, and we had to go to the dock. Well, this is a sad time because we are back at the docks, which means it's time to go home. We would really have liked to have stayed longer, permanently, but of course, we have to get back to work. So that's not going to work for us. As I mentioned earlier, this was one of my favorite places I've ever boated. If you have any questions, please leave a message in the comments and I'll be happy to answer as best I can. As always, thanks for watching and have a great day. You want me to keep going? Yeah, give it one. You want to back in a little?